One of the greatest damages Christianity has caused in Africa is that it introduced Africans to a concept called miracles.
Relax and watch this to the end.
This concept of miracles has completely annihilated Africans. Today, Africans think only in terms of miracles. To go to school, write your exam and pass is a miracle. If you are sick and you go to the hospital and you get well, it is a miracle. If you travel from your town to your village, it is a miracle. Everything they think about is miracle, miracle, miracle. And the way this concept of miracle annihilates people is that it makes a people to desire result without process. Whereas process is more important than result. You cannot do anything in this life if you don't fully grasp the process. If you go to a car manufacturing plant, it is a process from the time the raw materials enter the plant and it is processed step by step until the finished product, which is the car. It is a process. You cannot skip stages. There are no shortcuts in life. This concept of miracles has made Africans to look for shortcuts in everything, and this is the bedrock of corruption in Africa. Because now, when somebody corrupts their way, or they have an uncle who uses their influence to get them into a position they do not deserve, they call it grace. They call it a miracle. It becomes the bedrock of corruption in Africa. This mentality of corruption is what is going to completely finish Africans. Africans don't desire hard work no more. No matter how you pray, if you plant a grain of corn into the ground today, you have to wait for at least 3 months before you see the result. Because what is important is not the result. What is important is the process. When a people start disregarding due process and look for shortcuts, that is a sign that that people is doomed forever. There is no way you can ever salvage such people anymore. Today you see an African who does not have a skill. You have not learned a job. You don't have anything you are doing. You go to church and you are praying for miracle money. Money making is a process. For you to make money, you start by learning a skill. And learning a skill takes time. It takes patience. It takes diligence. Once you learn the skill, you now see how you can market that skill and now be able to earn money from that skill. But today you want to go to church and your pastor will make some prophetic declaration and money will miraculously appear in your account. You are a thief. You are a thief. You want to reap where you did not sow. You don't want to work, you want to eat. It does not work that way. When you go to the Western world, you don't hear that. When a child is going to school, they focus on school. They know that they are in the process. They don't think about money. They don't think about anything. They focus on the process. Once they have acquired the skill, they start seeing how they can use that skill to make money. You go to school today, you see students who are in primary school, secondary school, they are in church saying amen to prophetic declarations because they want miracle money. The funniest thing is that the only place that miracle happens is in the Bible. Outside of the Bible, there is no miracle anywhere. All those things they see, they call miracles, is RNG. There is no real miracle anywhere. The only place where Jesus Christ performs a miracle is inside the Bible because it is a fairy tale. It is not true. You have been lied to. Africans, I keep telling you, if we don't do away with this thing called religion and start thinking like the rest of the world, that means we have accepted our place in this world to be the last in everything. Religion is the final straw that has come to finish Africans completely. If we don't get rid of this thing, I don't know what to say again.